Welcome! Today I'm going to talk you through the Mividas Rooms system and how you add a new endpoint. So every time you go into Mividas Rooms, you will start in the dashboard. And the dashboard shows you the number of systems online, the number of systems totally, and also if there are any systems in a call. You can get some basic overview over the monitoring, any alarms, any warnings and so on, but that's for another time. Let's look into the dashboard and look into each system. You get a list of all the systems. Again, you get the warnings in a bit more comprehensive format. You can group the systems if you want to for different things like models or location or the status. Or we can also use filters to look at type of system or the firmware they have, for example. From here you can either add multiple systems, and we're going to do that in another video, but today we're going to add a single system, so we're going to just click add here. The only thing you really need to know, if the system has been provisioned and is up and running and you know you have an IP address on it, you'll add that and you also need to put in a default password which you can have set in the system in the endpoint. You click add and then they'll try to find the system and see what kind of system is this and what configurations are already present in the system. You can see you found the system, great, we can then proceed. And then we can do some specific provisioning if you want to. So this system already had a name, it's called LabFox. We can, if we want to update configuration, we can use a template. Let's use this one called mute audio and mic, because we always want to have the audio and mic muted when we start the system here. So it'll show us exactly what kind of parameters will be added to the provisioning. We can change the room analysis, such as people count out of call and detect presence if we want to. We'll just keep that as default. We can set up the address book. So usually we want to have some sort of standard address book. So let's choose our default systems address book. And we may want to use branding. So we have a Mividas standard branding here. We're going to provision when we start the system. We can also apply advanced macro panels, but again, that's for another video, which we're going to show a bit later on. So let's apply these changes. And it's now going to shoot out all these things to the system itself, and then it's going to see, does it work or not. Most things are okay, but you see the configuration was something wrong here, and an error has occurred. See the details, so we can go in and look at that. And also here we saw on the branding side, it says, some errors did occur, the image is too large. So something was wrong, our branding didn't work on that particular platform. So we'll have to recheck that. And now the system is there. Now we have the system LabFox. We'll go back to the dashboard and we can see if we can find it. So we should of course go to systems and we'll try to look if we have a system called LabFox here. Yes, we do. So that's how easy it is to add a new system. Again, we're going to look again later on to how you add multiple systems. That's for another video. Thank you very much.